Emily is with us in Greensboro, North Carolina. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Emily.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
So my husband and I are newlyweds. We've been married for about 4 months. And we are on baby step number 2, but we're having a little bit of marital conflict over it, and I was wondering if you could help us out.
Okay.
So I took FPU about a year and a half ago. The company that I was working for offered it online for free.
Mm-hmm.
My husband has not gone through it, but has been on board with everything that I've been saying that we should do. And so we have, the conflict is over this, we have about $5,000 in savings.
Mm-hmm.
He does not feel comfortable with the $1,000 emergency fund.
Good.
Where I would rather go ahead and, write $4,000 of it into a check, towards our student loan debt.
Right. How much debt do you have, not counting your mortgage?
About $35,000.
And what is your household income?
About 72.
Okay. And so if we throw $4,000 at the 35, we've got 31. How long would it take you to pay that off, making 72?
Maybe.
This is why you're not comfortable. You don't have a plan. You guys have not talked this through. This is what's going on. You're talking in general, vague concepts, and you have not ever laid it out. And what you need to do is lay it out, because $1,000 is not supposed to make you comfortable. It's actually supposed to make you very uncomfortable. So you get up off your butt and get the dadgum debt paid off as fast as possible. That's the concept. And that's what he's missing. But he's also thinking we may be in debt forever. You know why? Because neither one of you have ever done the math as to when you're going to get out of debt and the price you're going to pay to get there.
Yeah, I have an app for it, but supposedly, if we're on our snowball method right now, we'll be out in 5 years.
Oh, no.
But that's not making anything extra. And I've been making extra payments.
You don't go with a $1,000 emergency fund for 5 years, and it does not take 5 years to pay off $31,000, making $71,000. The couple that was just on paid off $144,000 in 30 months. They make $100. They make $100. Yeah, you guys are being wusses. I mean, you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and punch this. And you should be done in a year.
Really?
Yeah. But you have no life during that year. You remember that part?
Yeah.
No vacations. No. But he's right. If you're thinking 5 years, it'd be ludicrous to try to have a $1,000 emergency fund for 5 years. Of course that makes him uncomfortable, because that would be smart to be uncomfortable. But to be slightly uncomfortable and a little bit scared for a year while we're busting it and we got our ears laid back and we're not on vacation and we're not seeing the inside of a restaurant unless we're working there, and any pizza that's made at our house is homemade. I mean, we are doing this thing. The only way we get pizza is deliver some, man. I mean, you are doing it. You're selling so much stuff the kids think they're next. That gets you out of debt in a year. Yeah, I'll put you on $1,000 for a year, but not for 5 years. This is why you all are having a problem, because you've not worked this through and you haven't seen that it's a reasonable process if you are unreasonable in your approach. Is that logical?
No, I understand. I think I just need to, I don't even know if you have this or not, do you have anything where you can put those numbers in and see, if I make X amount payment every month, this is how soon I'll get out of this debt, with interest rates and all of that?
Yeah, the interest rate really doesn't matter much. I mean, it's $31,000. That's $30,000. That's $2,500 a month for a year. If it's $2,000 a month, it's going to be 14 months. It's just big math. Take 31 and divide it by the months. And because the interest rate's very irrelevant at this stage, because you're not keeping interest rate's only relevant when you've got a 5 or a 10-year or longer window. When you got a 12-month window, interest just doesn't enter into it much. It's a little bit of the fact. But, I mean, it doesn't, it may throw your numbers off slightly, but if you'll just do big numbers like that, big chunks, but see what that does is that challenges you all to look at your budget as a couple and say, what have we got to do to get that intense?
Right.
What have
and
we got?
We're on a written budget. We're on every dollar.
Yeah, but you're not on intense.
No, we're not.
5 years. 5 years is not intense. No, nobody is. Anybody that says 5 years for $31,000, intense doesn't enter into the equation. No, 5 months, yeah. 12 months, 15 months, whatever. Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you haven't cranked it back yet, but you don't have him on board. You can't crank it back like that unless your spouse is on board. People are not going to, you've got to sacrifice. But the only reason he would be on board is if he sees the same thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
What will it feel like when we're out of debt? What will we be able to accomplish with our family goals when we're out of debt? We will be able to do this. We'll be able to do that. We'll be able to give. We'll be able to travel. We'll be able to change our family tree. This is why we're doing it. Now, once we've both agreed that it's very important because the why is so big, why we're getting out of debt is so big. Once we've got the importance underscored and highlighted, then we come back and go, okay, how hard can we bust it? How much can we sacrifice? How deeply can we cut into our life so that we get our life back? I don't want to do this for long. I'm a rip the Band-Aid off guy. I don't want to peel it off one hair at a time. It'll kill you, you know? And so I want to do it fast as I possibly can. Live like no one else. So later you can live and give like no one else. And that's what the two of you have got to get on the same page on. Then you start talking about stuff like whether baby step one is correct or not. It is only, but it is only correct in the context of the level of intensity that I'm talking about. You see, so in other words, I'm saying if you came to me and you said 5 years to get out of debt, and that's how long it's going to take you, and and my husband feels uncomfortable with having $1,000 in the bank for the next 5 years, I would have to agree with him.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. But that's not what we teach you to do. So hold on, I'll have Laura send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover. And what I would challenge you to do is the two of you to go through that book together. You and him go through it together. And when you walk through it together and you say, okay, this is how everybody's doing it. This is how 6 million people have bought that book. 4.5 million people have been through Financial Peace University. This is how these people have done this. And so this is not freaking theory. People do, go online, look at the Debt-Free Screams, listen to their stories, and talk about, go to the YouTube channel and watch some of those Debt-Free Screams. You'll see what people are doing. And when you see what other people are doing, you're going, okay, yeah, we can do this. Because that guy on the YouTube, he doesn't look that smart. I think we're smarter than him. I think we can do this. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. But you can't play with it and do it. You can wander into debt. You can't wander out. It's going to take too long.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Hope you enjoyed that video from the Dave Ramsey Show. If you want to watch another great video, check out my video, 3 Things You Should Consider Renting, right over here, or click the link in the description below.